Caroline from CarolineVencil.com here today to talk to you all about some of the best practices to get more people to sign up for your freebie to your email list from a blog post. If you've been struggling with stagnant open rates or having just like people who are like not signing up for your email list, even though your freebie is amazing, you need to watch this video to get the advice that you need. So while we are here talking about opt-ins, let's talk about some of the best practices for opt-ins and lead magnets as far as like implanting them on your blog. So when we're talking about like figuring out what kind of an opt-in to use, that's a different discussion. What we're talking about here is how do you get people to actually sign up to your list from an opt-in that you have inside of a blog post. This is one of the most integral and important things that you can do as an online content creator, as a blogger, and as a business person is to focus on growing your email list. I have said this a million times. If you've been here for more than 3 seconds, you guys know I am big on email marketing. And everybody who I know who is big on email marketing sees it paying off. So how do we get big on email marketing? Well, you have to grow your email list, not just with like all of the people. We're not looking for join my newsletter in a pop-up. That does not convert. It just doesn't. If you have a pop-up, that's one thing. That's a totally different thing. If you have a join my newsletter, sign up for weekly updates, people aren't going to necessarily sign up for that because you have to remember the way that people think is what's in it for me. I might be really into reading your blog post, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to sign up for your newsletter. That doesn't necessarily mean that I know what that means to sign up for your newsletter. What do I get out of it? So you have to remember that it's not just, bugging people to sign up for your newsletter. That's not going to help. You need to have an actual freebie to entice them with. So that would be a conversation for a different day. Let's talk about the actual way that you can advertise people to sign up for your email list. So the number one thing that you can do is inside of your blog post. We're talking about blog posts here. We're not talking about like standalone landing pages or anything. We are talking about inside of a blog post. Someone comes to your site to read 20 best recipes for weeknights because my kids are back in school and that's where my brain is. 20 best recipes for weeknight dinners. People show up to your site for that. Awesome. They're scrolling down the page and what do they come to? They need to, at the top 25%, as in like after your intro paragraphs, but before the meat of the content, before you actually get to those 20 recipes, you're going to have an opt-in box that relates back to the problem that they're having, which is why they're on your site. So clearly somebody who's on your site for the 20 best recipes for weeknights, for busy weeknights, is there because their kids are back in school, they're busy, they're looking to meal plan maybe, they're looking for grocery help maybe, they're struggling with planning, organization, all of those things. So what can we do to get them to opt into the list? Well, pretty simply, you have an opt-in, you have a freebie that you're going to give them that is a meal planning freebie. Ta-da! Absolutely. Like that's going to be what you would want to do, or you could do whatever you want, but we want to have that at the top 25%. One of the other things, as far as like whenever somebody says that they're not getting opt-in or they're not getting conversions of people signing up for their email list, I ask them where their opt-in is. And what they say is it's all the way at the bottom of the post or it's in the sidebar. The reason that those things do not work is because most people are coming from mobile. Most people are using their phones to get onto your website, which is fine. However, it does mess up the format of the actual showing up on your phone. Your sidebar will be all the way at the very bottom underneath of the comment section to your blog post. So nobody's going to see that. It will take a long time to scroll all the way to the bottom. It's exhausting. It's not something that a lot of people will do, is get all the way to the bottom. So if your freebie is either in the sidebar or all the way at the bottom of your post, like after your conclusion paragraphs and everything, that's your problem. Nobody's seeing it. People aren't seeing it. It's showing up as like views inside of ConvertKit to your opt-in, but that's not necessarily meaning that people are actually seeing it. So a big thing here is if you're not getting conversions from your opt-in box, put it in the top 25%. If the only place that you have it is in the sidebar or the footer, we're going to put another one inside of the blog post. You're not going to bug people, by the way, by offering them free stuff for signing up for your email list. So you don't have to just have one place for opt-in boxes. Like, that's not something that you have to limit yourself to. So there's that. Number 2 is have a non-branded color so that the box actually stands out. So I've listed some of my personal designs. These are in the Creative Entrepreneur Society, or have been in the past. And I made these. These are the ones that I've used on my own site. You will notice that even with, hang on, let's see if I can click on it. With this guy, you will see that they have colors in the background or a color outline. The reason here is because if this didn't have this color outline, it would blend into the page. It would look like it just kind of belongs with the rest of the text. It's not standing out enough to grab your attention. We don't want that. We want people to stop and pay attention to it. So having non-branded colors and having a colored background really helps to grab people's attention. Because think about it, we've become so ad blind, which is a sentence or a phrase that I heard, which is so accurate. We've become so ad blind. We see an ad, but we notice that it's an ad and we stop paying attention to it immediately. That's what it means to be ad blind. And that's kind of where the problem comes in with our opt-in boxes. We want to catch people's attention and draw their eye to our opt-in box. We don't want them to just kind of scroll, miss it completely because they read it as an ad. So you want it to catch their attention. The number one thing that you can do is use off-brand colors. So if your colors are gray and purple, now you have an opt-in box that is going to have yellow and aqua and pink. It's going to stand out. It's going to catch their attention. Or if your colors are orange, let's just go with orange. Now your opt-in box is this teal color in the background because it's going to catch their attention. It's going to stand out. The next thing that you can do is to make sure that your headline that you're using right here, want to stop, eye-catching header, what your people really want, make sure that your header is clear on the transformation that they're going to get. Be clear and make it say free things. You'll see that over here. This is free. This is free, because people want things that are free. If it's going to cost them a bunch of money, they're probably not going to sign up for it when they're first on your site. And that's not a problem. It is what it is. So make sure that you're catching their attention and saying, want to stop here. We're going to play off of this one. Want to stop rushing around for dinner? Get my easy meal planner for free when you sign up here. Wish that you had more time to yourself each day? Sign up for my 5 steps to a better morning here. Oh gosh, let's see. What do people really want? Want to have a Martha Stewart ready house for the holidays? Sign up to learn the 10 best things that you can do for cheap here. Whatever it is, have a headline that catches their attention and uses words that they're using, uses the talk of the transformation that they want. It's not enough to just be like, this is free. It's not enough to just do that. You actually have to go one step further with it. You have to go and say, what is it that they want, and present it to them in that manner. So that's kind of like best tips, tricks, etc. for opt-in boxes. All right, guys, I hope that you learned a lot from that video. Remember to leave any questions in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates every single day. And check out the link in the description below. There's a bunch of them in there that are going to help you with your blogging, with your design, with everything. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.